friends. We're not like the others, man. Really.
I whack for no man.
Are 1,000 miles to 25,000 miles above the Earth.
We went right out through them.
No effects on your cells?
Didn't even know it. I don't think anybody, well, maybe somebody said you went through the radiation belt, but we didn't feel it inside, and we didn't get any, added radiation.
Yeah, if you pretend that it's not really there, then you can just go right through it.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. To the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology. And it's a painful process to build it back again. The only limit to a human future is in our own imagination.
And it's still tripping me out. I mean, I'm tripping balls here. Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible.
It is photoshopped, but it's has to be. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
When Alan Dulles brought in all the Nazi scientists and so forth, they went to two places. They went to CIA and they went to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which in our world we call it not a space agency.
How do we know the Earth is not flat?
We don't. It's flat.
When their missionaries went across the world, across our flat Earth, the first thing they did was insinuate themselves in royal courts to become the official astronomer of that kingdom. China is a great example. One of the first Jesuits in China was Matteo Ricci. Ricci and his successors like Adam Schall and Ferdinand Verbiest were all the royal court astronomers, and eventually fabricated the calendar for the Chinese emperor. Today, the Jesuits even have their own observatories, both in Italy and in America. They use their puppets in American government to steal Apache holy ground on Mount Graham in Arizona. Are they reaching out extraterrestrially or interdimensionally? They appear to have answered our question with the latest piece of technology on Mount Graham. the Large Binocular Telescope Near-Infrared Utility with Camera and Integral Field Unit for Extragalactic Research, also known as Lucifer. And it's not surprising given the success the Jesuits have had in rewriting our reality. Now, we're supposed to believe that Rome was against the spinning ball Earth heliocentric cosmic accident cosmology of our modern understanding. Yet at every step of the way, Jesuits or Jesuit agents were there to bolster our false reality, hiding whenever possible behind convenient Jews.
This next-generation spacecraft will enable America to explore beyond low Earth orbit.
We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on space station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
Alright, so I'm going fairly high on the SP2, right? To the right? Just put it on the head, all set. Yeah, but above the trailer business or below it? Right, I'll just say
Trouble in space this morning as the International Space Crew attempted a spacewalk outside the station. Here's a live look at the astronauts. Well, I don't think that's...
In Allah. There will be lukewarm Christians who give up Jesus Christ. There will be Buddhists that give up Buddha. All across the major religions, they will give up worship of their so-called gods in favor of this new deity. And for those of you that follow my channel and others like it, I mean, that is why this whole alien deception or demons manifesting in physical form as aliens is so intriguing. Because I honestly cannot think of a single event that would make worshippers of all the world's religions drop what they are worshiping today in favor of this new deity, unless it were supernatural, it was out of this world. And as Hollywood so eloquently shows us, you know, people do come together in awe and wonder, wanting wisdom and knowledge. I've tied that in together for you guys as well. In the Garden of Adam and Eve, they were tempted by knowledge and wisdom. If you look all throughout the occult and all the videos that I've done for you, all the hand symbol gestures and the all-seeing eye, it is all about occult wisdom and knowledge and enlightenment and rebirth. And so in the end times, it makes sense that the same trick will be played on us, that we will be seeking knowledge and wisdom. And it's almost unanimous that when we think about extraterrestrials, we think of them as having superior knowledge and wisdom. It's a very interesting theory.
Today we're taking a crucial step to secure America's future in space by reviving the National Space Council after it has been dormant almost 25 years, if you can believe it. Today's announcement sends a clear signal to the world that we are restoring America's proud legacy of leadership in space. Our Vice President cares very deeply about space policy, and for good reason. Space exploration is not only essential to our character as a nation, but also our economy and our great nation's security. The human soul yearns for discovery. By unlocking the mysteries of the universe, we unlock truths within ourselves. That's true. Our journey into space will not only make us stronger and more prosperous, but will unite us behind grand ambitions and bring us all closer together. Wouldn't that be nice? But will unite us behind grand ambitions and bring us all closer together. Wouldn't that be nice? Every launch into the skies is another step forward toward a future where our differences seem small against the vast expanse of our common humanity. Sometimes you have to view things from a distance in order to see the real truth. It is America's destiny to be at the forefront of humanity's eternal quest for knowledge. It is America's destiny to be at the forefront of humanity's eternal quest for knowledge.
And so in the end times, it makes sense that the same trick will be played on us, that we will be seeking knowledge and wisdom.
A lot of room out there, right? Infinity and beyond. Infinity. Could be infinity. We really don't know. It could be. There's got to be something, but it could be infinity, right? At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it?
Of scientific evidence that seems to support the notion that the world is round. If some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail, they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not have believed that the world was round. They'd be charter members of the Flat Earth Society. In other breaking news, the world is round, not flat.
The real battle's in the spiritual realm, ladies and gentlemen, and they throw it right in front of us every single day.
May 18th, 1969, Apollo 10 view of Earth. And I had to bookmark it and come back to it today. It claims that this is a view from 36,000 nautical miles away as photographed from the Apollo 10 spacecraft during its translunar journey toward the moon. Yucatan Peninsula, or that's obscured by clouds. Nearly all of Mexico, north of the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, can be clearly delineated. The Gulf of California, Baja, and the San Joaquin Valley can be easily identified. Yep. Well, I used to live in Arizona, so that would put me like right over in here, if that's supposed to be the Gulf of California. By the way, I mean, just this series of numbers right here alone is every combination you can think of in their little occult gang is in this combination of numbers here. Primarily 666 and the duality 69969. There's a lot there. Not only that, you got 36,000, right? Every single thing they tell us is either in miles or kilometers. Always. But this time we use nautical miles. Why? Well, let's find out. Because if we convert them to metric, to kilometers, well, looky here, 36,000 nautical miles is 666. 666. 666. 666. It's a master number. It's the number of the beast. The beast that runs this whole program, and now it's permeating itself throughout the entire internet. And that's just the way it is. Get your spiritual house in order, please, and be prompt about it. This is supposed to be the Earth from 36,000 nautical miles. And this is supposed to be the Gulf of California, San Joaquin. That would put Arizona over here, Texas over here. Well, gee whiz, where does Mexico go? It's totally disproportionate. There's a giant serpent over Houston, Texas. Canada's missing altogether. Do you see how bad it is that they actually have people believing this, and they are just rolling, laughing at the absolute ignorance of the general population?
There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I'm not an astronaut. I've never been to space, but I've looked at these images over and over again, trying to sort of get the essence of it. It is photoshopped, but it has to be. It is photoshopped, but it Has to be.
And I cannot help but try and at least locate one of those people who believe these things still and get them to look at it and understand that they're dealing with some serious principalities. Sooner or later, it's going to come to a point where this beast in this system is going to say, okay, now we're going to play by my rules. And you can see them setting it all up. So when it comes, I hope you're ready. I do not know what this mark will be, but you will be required if you want to participate in the services provided over this World Wide Web. You are going to need to have an identifier, a specific identifier, a number, if you will, or you will not be able to participate in commerce. That's the way it's going to go down. So please get your house in order. Contemplate what I'm telling you.
Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons.